My man said, how do you come across the right network? And this is myth that you have to have the right people around you. What people mean by that is don't have the wrong people around you. But you don't need people around you to succeed. That's a myth. I had nobody around me helping me. Initially, I was doing my thing. I was like, I'm gonna make this shit happen. And I started making some progress. I still had some jobs and stuff. You know my story. I had 4 jobs. I was waking up at 4 a.m., training people in the morning. Then I would shower at the gym, go to the product store, work there for 8 hours, then work for a moving company after that. And then on the weekends, I trained people and managed a restaurant in Queens. I was the weekend manager. 14 hours a day for 2 years. And then during that time, I was trying to build my business on the side. Nobody was helping me. And I wasn't trying to get help from no one. There's this myth that you need people to help you or you need to network. But networking is overrated. Networking is for people who don't got it popping and they need to work with someone who can get it popping for them. But what I was doing, I was just making shit happen, and then people saw me moving. They saw me making moves, and my thing got bigger. You want to think of it like gravity. If I'm a planet, once I get bigger, what happens? Gravity, it brings other things to it. So people would see this happening, and they'd be like, oh shit, I want to be a part of that. That's when Brian, he was my best friend, and he's like, yo, man, I see where you're going. I see what you're doing. I see the work you're putting in. How can I be down? I was like, bro, let's go. Let's do it. We both have shitty jobs. He was working at the product store at one point. We both got fired, and then we just kept moving. Kept doing it. Then this one kid, Hassan the intern from DC, said, I just want to work with you, man. I was like, all right, cool, let's go. You start making shit happen and people want to be a part of it. But if you don't got shit popping, how could you convince someone to be a part of your movement if your movement ain't moving? You can't. There's no incentive. Human beings are always going to do what they believe is in their best interest. By their fruits, you shall know them. That's from the Bible. That's not me. That's the Lord. By your fruits, you should know them. If you see someone getting shit popping and you trying to get shit popping, it would make a lot of sense for you to align yourself with them. To that point, if you're not getting shit popping, you just got some fucking ideas, you're just some asshole with some ideas, don't be mad if nobody's trying to fuck with you because they don't see the fruits. You can explain your vision, but everybody has a vision. Everybody has ideas, man. Show them something tangible. Work alone by yourself. Make some shit happen, and then people will be excited to jump on your train. You'll have like symbiotic relationships when you're networking. People will be on your level, and they'll be like, oh, let's do something together. Cool. That's when the networking is helpful. When you're like on the same level, when you're helping each other. But some people try to shortcut that. They try to go straight to, oh, let me do a collab with this person, or let me pay for this person to be on my podcast. Nobody gives a fuck about you. They just want to see that person, but they don't stay for you. You got to build that shit on your own organically. And not everybody can do that within reason. Anybody can do anything if they put enough effort over the long enough period of time. But you got to be willing to go through the grind. You can't shortcut it. A lot of times people say they want to network. They're really just trying to shortcut. How can I meet the right person who's going to give me the break? But that shit is overrated. You can't shortcut that grind of getting it popping yourself. A lot of people try to shortcut it and they fail. It's almost every time. You cannot shortcut the grind. An apple tree will produce apples, but you won't know it's an apple tree until it makes some apples. So once they see the fruit you bear, then they'll be like, oh shit, this is an apple tree, man. I need to get over there and get some of these apples. But you can't just say you an apple tree and you ain't got no apples up. Because people can say anything. I can say I'm an astronaut, but unless I put on a suit, get in a rocket and go to space, I'm just full of shit. By the same token, I can say I'm not an astronaut. But if I go to space on a regular basis in a space suit, then I'm an astronaut no matter what the fuck I say. But it doesn't matter what you say, it matters what you do. It's a win for them to do something with. And that's what you need to focus on. And to do that, you gotta bear fruit. You gotta bear fruits, it should know.